Hey everyone, how's it going? What is up? It is me, Twister Windstucker, and I want to apologize for the sudden abruptness that occurred earlier today when the podcast just auto suddenly just went bye bye. See, what happened was there was a knock at the front door, and I was like, "Come in," you guys probably heard it because I thought it was my wife's nurse because she has nurses that come in Tuesday through Thursdays. And I thought it was her. And then, as it turns out, it is. Boy, the light is awful. Oh well, it's raining again. It turned out to be my neighbor Serge who needed help working on his new iPhone because he knows nothing about the iPhone platform, and frankly, I know a little bit because I'm more of an Android fan than an iPhone fan, and he needed some help. And so he came over, and I was trying to figure out, and I have to admit, confused me a little bit about the whole thing because I was looking at the email thing and I saw Google, and for some reason it didn't register in my mind. Google is Gmail because he's trying to set up a Gmail account, and I was like, well, and he said something about going to the store and everything, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I guess that works, whatever, and then after spending some time and then finding out, he has to create um a an account with the App Store and all those other stuff, and everything. I was like, I went back to his mail thing, and I was like, wait a minute, Gmail is Google, right? Right. And I was like, oh man, why didn't I not think about it? Of course, whenever he's around, I it just boggles the mind and nothing just makes sense. Up is down, down is up, right is left, left is right. Because, he, tries to backseat drive everything and it drives me absolutely batty. But anyway, so what happened was I was trying to help him out, be a nice neighbor and everything. Um and Hot Wheels took over the seat to, drive. And I was thinking this would be, a little thing. But to test out to see if he set up the actual Gmail account properly, I didn't do it right. I didn't open it up in a new tab. Instead, I just, signed out and then, did all this. And of course, he set it up properly because, I worry about that with him because he's not very tech savvy. Um, because he's never had to have a smartphone before and all this other stuff. So you're like, okay, so you got to explain things to him, you know, in baby steps. And so I was trying to explain to him and everything, and and help him out. And I accidentally logged us out of the podcast. Stupid me. I admit it. It was my fault. I was wrong. And so that's why the podcast ended abruptly, was because I logged out of the podcast because I didn't open up another tab. I I just basically, messed up the entire and I just wanted to, I realized it because after I went back to try to do a little bit of editing and stuff on it, I realized 50 minutes. I know we was longer than 50 minutes, and then I watched, and I was only Hot Wheels is talking, and then I was only it just dies, and it's like, oh no. But now that that's out of the way, and I have shown how stupid I am today due to that misfortune. Um, I want to apologize for that. I'm trying not to let that happen. And, if we start doing the podcast live, because I'm working on getting a secondary microphone. That way I can have one, Hot Wheels can have one. And then, it goes into my Zoom, and then the Zoom goes to the camera. And I'm eventually probably going to upgrade to, a mixer and, have more control over fine tuning, or I may go to a Zoom F4 or an F8 so I can have more fine tuning to make our voices sound even more sexier than they already are. But that's going to be further down the road because right now it's just going to be the Zoom since it's just Hot Wheels and I. And if more people like Fat Man or Spooky join us, I'll just have to get one of those XLR splitter things, and then we'll just have to figure out how to get more mics or share mics or whatever we have to do. We'll probably end up having to share mics because I'm got one Audio Technica 2100 USB XLR. I want to get another one, and we might have to just pass the mic because I really don't want to get splitters because I've heard bad things about splitting the signals going into the Zoom. And, even if you have four, it just sounds like a mess. And so we just may have to share the mic. I am seriously working on that, trying to get that right, make it all beautiful and sexy and everything, and make our videos look sexy. Because once, these videos get put up to YouTube, I can use the YouTube editor, but it's, just basically basic and it can do color correction and some other stuff. But I like doing more than just that. So, plus I also like to use Audacity to make our voices sound even sexier, which is something you can't do on YouTube unless I download the video, but I don't see a point in going through all that trouble. So, the end verdict is I like Bush. I like Clerks. I'm going to just go ahead and tell you all this good shit. I like Bush. I like Clerks. 16 Stone is my favorite album. Clerks, I like it. It's one of the few black and white movies I can actually watch. And I said that earlier, and I know I said Sin City, but he's right. I can watch the original Night of the Living Dead, which is in black and white. I do like black and white movies sometimes. And I give both five stars because because the first, and this is only based off the first album because I listened to the other albums, and if I had to base it off of Bush off of all albums, 16 Stone wouldn't be enough to save it, and I'd have to give it like a negative 2.7 trillion. Make that 3.0 quadrillion. So we're just going to base it off the first album. 5 stars. Clerks, 5 stars because it's funny. I like it. And as we normally do on the other video, you can leave comments down below and on Facebook to tell us what you liked or what you didn't like. And tell us how we can improve and all that other good stuff. And give some thumbs up to give us some good loving, and then you can do all that normal stuff you do because I eagerly anticipate you guys letting us know how we can improve our stuff because I always want to improve for you guys. Do you like us talking about bands like Bush, or do you like us talking about metal? Do you prefer us talking about rap? I mean, just let us know, man. I'll talk about, even if I'm not really interested in it, I'll talk just about anything because I'll listen to just about any type of music there is out there anymore because it's just the way I roll anymore. Just like I watch just about any kind of movie out there because, yeah. But yeah, this isn't the normal way I normally do videos. I would have normally fired up the webcam, which of course I am using the webcam, but do it differently. Use one of the Sonys and fire it up, make this video, put it in my editor, make my voice sound even sexier using Audacity, and do some video editing to, make it all look pretty. But I just wanted to throw up this quick video because I don't know how long this video has been. It's probably been like, 10 minutes now? And let you guys know that the podcast being cut short was my fault. This guy right here takes full blame for it. Hot Wheels didn't know. He probably was sitting there for another 5-10 minutes talking to the camera, thinking that I'm still on. So yeah, it's all my fault. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna try to do better in the future, and when in podcast mode, going to have a do not disturb on the door, and they're just going to have to wait till the podcast day is over with. I mean, unless it's an absolute 130.7 quadrillion percent emergency where, we have to call EMS or we have to rush to the hospital and all this. No more interruptions during the podcast. Full attentiveness where it's just boom, just this. And I don't know why that is in the video. I know why the baggie is because I had change in it because I had to go get the old lady some cigarettes, and I went to the convenience store just down the road, and they had these cheap. And I mean, I thought Cherokees were cheap. These cigarettes were like, and I don't even know how much Cherokees are anymore, but these were like $3.09 before tax, and then with tax, it ended up being like $3.31. And of course, I didn't have a penny, and I counted out a bunch of dimes, a quarter, and a nickel. So it was $3 and dimes, the quarter, and the nickel. So, and he was like, "Oh," and I put down another nickel, and he's like, "Oh, I'll keep this," So it's like, yes, I don't have to pay that penny. So yeah, and the reason that box was there actually was because I'm cooking dinner, and I didn't put it in my cardboard box yet because I have a little box that I put all the cardboard in, and then I take it out to the dumpster whenever. But yes, that is what happened today. I'm sorry. Next week, I believe we are talking about hell, I don't know. He asked about it, talking about something, and I forgot what it was. That's why I wish he was here right now, but I don't have a time to do the whole new thing. I'm probably way over 10 minutes now. So there's that. That's what happened. I don't remember what the next band is. I have to actually go get the phone because I have it currently charging. But yeah, if you like the other one, give it thumbs up, leave comments down below, subscribe as always, and if you, heck, why not? Let's just go ahead and do this. If you like this video that I'm doing right now, give it thumbs up, leave comments down below, subscribe, yeah, because, it's like, yeah, I'm making this video. I'm apologizing because I feel bad that our podcast got cut short at 50 minutes, which is actually a record, I think, for us because I think they normally always are like an hour, hour and a half, and 50 minutes? Whoa. Oh, and that always reminds me, do you like the hour and a half or do you like just an hour or do you like the 50 minutes? Let me know because I am waiting in anticipation to know what you guys think. So please let me know. And have a good one because I hope your week is going a lot better than mine because where I work, well, I'm not going to go there because that could be an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours worth of rant. And you don't want to hear that. Later.